Like J.R.R. Tolkien, he will spend 4 to 5 pages describing a lamp.
Baby, she gives birth to a fucking imp.
Welcome to Derry, episode 1.
Hi everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here, and you're watching We're Here, We're Fear. I have beside me my co-host, the horror himbo, Will O.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my God, Will, we just got done watching the first episode of Welcome to Derry.
It was so good. How did you like it?
I was kind of like, I didn't know what to expect, because when it comes to like TV and Stephan King,
Yeah.
it can be kind of hit or miss.
This is true, yes. I think the last like Stephan King TV show that I remember watching was Rose Red with Marnie from Halloween Town.
It's so long ago. Oh my God.
Kimberly J. Brown.
Girl, bitch, there's been plenty more since then.
What? Like TV shows? Or
yes.
like what?
Like the Shining remake?
No.
Or The Stand? Or
no.
I'm just naming things. I'm just saying things.
Yeah. I was like, no, didn't see that. Didn't see that one either. Well, I feel like Stephan King can be very polarizing because I remember like reading the books. I'm like, these aren't scary.
Well, also the scariest part is the fact there's no fucking commas in those books, man.
Everything is one run-on sentence.
Oh my God.
And it's very similar to some other books that I'm like, it's kind of like J.R.R. Tolkien. He will spend 4 to 5 pages describing a lamp.
Mama, it's one of those things like, it depends what year we're talking. 70s, he's either on weed or coke or a combination of both.
Well, I mean, the Coke ones were fun because they're quick reads. Everything's just like, we gotta
Except for It, bitch. That one's like 6 pages.
That's like 4 books long.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I ever finished it. I attempted to read it a few times. I don't think I've ever finished it. The only Stephan King book I know I finished was Carrie, but it's also because it's not written like a book. It's written like a case study.
That's the cocaine year.
See, those are the good ones. I was like, this is great.
He's like, I get this shit done. I go to Studio 54.
It's like pumping them out.
Okay, so welcome to Derry. I didn't do much research on this. Is this like just they're doing their own thing? I imagine
it's still in the same universe.
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be set like the Pennywise cycle 27 years before the first movie.
Oh, because I was gonna say, wasn't the first movie in the 50s? Or are they like time jumping?
It's the first movie was set in the 80s, 70s.
Yeah, I feel like I got it confused because
90s.
The 90s one that came out, that was based in the 50s.
Correct.
But
so the most recent one, like it's chapter 1 and 2.
Right.
The original, like the first chapter, I think was set in. I'm like doing hard or quick math.
No, I think you're right. I think it is
70 something.
No, I think you're right.
Because the new one was set in the same year that it premiered, which was like 2016, 2017. So whatever 27 years before that was.
Who knows? Who's to know? We're not doing math here, folks. The point is, it's a series now.
Yes.
It takes place in the old Maiden times. And like, I will say it
opened in it was like, what, 62?
Yeah, it was the 60s.
Yeah.
Because The Music Man just came out, which played a bigger part in this episode than I thought it was going to.
I didn't ever think I'd be exposed to The Music Man as much as I was in this episode.
I mean, this is like a little off topic, but whenever they mention The Music Man, all I can think is Romeo and Michelle. Like the Wells Fargo wagon, it's coming down the street. I love The Music Man. Yeah, that's all I can think. But yeah, anyways, back to it.
Reel it in.
Yeah, we're going to bring this back. The opening shot, I don't want to spoil too. Well, let's just fucking spoil.
Well, no, it's spoilers. It's been out prior to filming, it has been out for a few days already.
And by the time this is edited, everyone's going to have their videos out.
Yeah.
So the opening kill in this was not what I was expecting.
No, it was it was so cool though, because it was like, I didn't realize we were sliding into everything so quickly.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like off the jump, shit's going down.
Yeah. A little boy is stealing a movie. You wouldn't download a car, but you would steal a movie in the 1960s.
I mean, in the 60s, it was easy to do that because you just like, well, no, because that one usher had a real big problem with people walking around.
What is that? We've learned this from working in the service industry. It's like, it's not part of my pay to like do this. I'm not doing security.
Me and my 25 cents an hour in 1962 working in the movie theater is not trying to like shoo out children.
It's not my department. Just make sure they're not making out or just smoking pot or something.
Like, if he wants to be gay and go watch musicals, let him be gay and go watch musicals.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe there's a homophobia.
There's the underlying homophobia.
But it's The Music Man, which is totally, it's not a very gay musical.
I don't know what that's about.
If it was Hello Dolly, then maybe.
What is The Music Man about? Music and men? Seems pretty gay to me.
It's a man that comes to town and sings songs. And I only know it because
And
they
that's
parodied
it.
it with the monorail song from The Simpsons. That's the
Okay.
only reason why I know Music Man. That's about as far as my knowledge goes.
What the like 5 parts about the TV show were touching on with the Music Man is like he was coming in and telling people that kids are being bad.
Yeah, basically the kids are too hip.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get them back in line. Like, act
So
like
is the
good
Music
Christian
Man set
kids.
in like the 50s where it's like, ooh, the greasers and stuff like that? We don't know. We're asking questions that we don't know the answers to.
Honey, I'm not a musical theater guy.
All I know they were talking about was like, we can't have the kids saying swell. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
Baby,
the bad
wait.
lingo of the day.
Just wait till you get to 6, 7, okay? I'm just telling you, it gets worse. It could get worse. But this boy gets shooed out by a very rude usher and is hitchhiking.
I know, walking in the cold. They're in Maine and in the winter, apparently. But yeah, in the winter, this child is just walking through the streets, which I guess you could at that time.
Yeah, in a small town, which again, like, I guess they established that the kid doesn't want to go back home.
Well, he did have a black eye, which I'm sure they'll get into at a later date. But yeah, walking under a bridge, trying to hitchhike his way somewhere, and gets rolled up on by this family who was like, "Oh, where are you trying to go?
We'll pick up a strays.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
fine.
pick up this child." They're like, "Oh, little white boy in the snow, where are you trying to go?" They're like, "Oh, anywhere but here."
Baby, it doesn't take no longer than 4 minutes in this car ride to realize shit is fucking weird.
Oh yes, this family is not what they seem.
You got one kid that can't stop spelling and another one that's eating like raw liver out of a Tupperware.
Out of a Tupperware, which I mean, and then the mother is just like obnoxiously pregnant.
Pregnant as all get out.
Like it's it's just comical how pregnant the belly is, because it's like up to here, but also like out to here. But there's stuff in there. She got stuff going on inside.
Oh, baby, does she? Like, it gets to the point where the little annoying boy starts spelling out everything, and suddenly the words start to get darker and darker.
Wasn't
and
like
darker.
rigor mortis,
kidnapping, and eventually, like, he tries to like take control of the wheel from the back seat.
Yes.
And this is
He's
when
like, "There's a gas station. Let me out." And they won't let him out of the car.
This is when shit starts to get really crunk and crazy. Like, he actually hits her in the stomach, and she goes into labor.
Which is how it works.
That's exactly
what I'm
how
told.
it works.
That's how it works. You just tap it a little, and you're ready to go.
Look, women were built different back then.
I know. It was the 60s. Welcome to the 60s.
It's the 60s. Whoa. Baby, she gives birth to a fucking imp.
That, yes. And kudos to special effects and whomever. I didn't get to the credits to see, but that birthing scene was intense.
Everything. Like, we got like the
full
claws against the belly.
Yes, just and full crotch shot.
Baby
Granny
head
panties going everywhere. Heads flying out of the granny panties to the point where the mom's like screaming and then pulls it to the side to let this baby out.
Oh my God.
It's just a lot. And then the baby falls to the floor and this big thump, and then all these people are just looking at it. Oh, as she's giving birth, they're all just spelling the word out. They're all just in unison saying O-U-T, O-U-T.
Also, like, I guess they established in the movie theater because he gets kicked out because an old woman shushes him because I guess he has a pacifier.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that's like his security blanket.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I'm inferring with the black eye, he may or may not have been abused.
Yeah,
in his home, so that's like his comfort.
Also, it's like a Stephen King movie, like,
or he's just
it's
he's
Stephen
an oral
King,
fixation,
and it's Derry. Like, everyone in a Stephen King novel, especially in it, is an asshole.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's the town, right?
Yeah.
The town itself, because as an entity within the town makes everybody just horrible people,
just unpleasant.
Yes,
because the nicest way to put it.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, the imp basically lands in the spelling boy's lap and gives a good hard look at him and fucking
eats it. Just fully takes him out to where the pacifier flies through the car window.
And we got an opening, girl.
It was, I know.
Welcome to Derry.
Like mouth agape, just gaping, just gaping the whole time.
So like, I don't want to like summarize the plot or anything, but like, what did you think about this episode? Like, what were some standout moments for you?
Well, I think most of them involved all the kids that were being introduced.
Yeah.
I know there's an A story, and there's, at least within this episode, there's the A plot and the B plot. And I think the A plot was mostly getting to know all these kids that had interactions with this little boy. I think his name was Mike.
Yeah.
That had interactions with this little boy, because there is a time jump after the beginning of like 4 months. And then we meet some little girl who's crazy because her dad got chopped up in a pickle factory.
Yeah, a fucking Gremlins Christmas level of like terrible backstory. Like,
absolutely.
Whoa.
And there's like a moment where she's talking to this, when she's talking to Mike and kind of like explains herself, because everyone in the high school or middle school or however old these kids are just torturing this girl, calling her crazy.
Putting pickles in her locker.
Putting pickles in her locker because her dad got murdered at the pickle factory.
What the fuck?
Well, not murdered, but like died.
Died. Like he got crushed in machinery. And I guess she feels so guilty about it because she told him to go back.
She told him to go inside, yeah. But like...
Nobody told him to climb in that machine. Just saying.
It's insane. And then, I don't know the whole story with the other two kids. One's just obsessed with aliens and conspiracy theories, and I'm like, this is too much. Too real.
But we spent an awful long time with them.
Yes.
Like they really established them like to be like characters in this story.
Yes.
Which was very confusing by the time we got to the finale of the show.
Absolutely. Because you're starting to get invested, and you're like, okay, I'm learning about this little girl and like her mental situation. The little redheaded boy with the curly hair and kind of his family dynamic.
Yeah.
Which is weird because he's not allowed to read comic books.
Yeah, I guess it's like a callback to the 50s because it's just when the comics code started. Yeah. So like every parent thinks like it's going to turn their kid into a juvenile delinquent.
Absolutely. Batman is the devil.
He's reading The Flash.
He was reading The Flash and Batman. Like, what's going on here?
How bad could it have really gotten? But there was lots of callbacks to the original It. Like we saw with Maddie, the girl, where she was seeing like the boy's fingers in the drain.
Words in the tub. Or singing in the tub.
And the other boy that we spent a little time with, the Jewish one, like he saw a skin mask.
Well, yeah, because he was asking his dad. He was like, "Hey, could it be possible that my friend got kidnapped and is being held captive in the pipes underneath the city for like months? Is that something that could happen?" The father's like, "As Jewish people, we've seen all the stuff that's happened in World War II, so we are very familiar with the worst of humanity." And he tells his kid, he's like, "There used to be people that cut the skin off and made lamps out of the Jewish people." And the kid's just like shocked. And then the second he sees the comic book,
immediately he's like, "This is why."
The whole like tension is gone, and it's like, you need to stop reading the devil's books.
I like, again, like that was such a thing in the 50s that like everyone was blaming comic books and all this stuff. Like there's a whole book called like Seduction of the Innocent where that's his whole spiel was bitching about how comic books are going to turn your kids evil and gay. Mostly gay. He was really concerned about the gay part.
Well, I mean, Sexy Flash and Batman.
Yeah.
And their little tights.
Oh no, my son's gonna be an interior decorator. Yeah.
Not again.
But speaking of interior decorating, like his nightmare, like it fucks with him, is he sees a full skin lamp.
Yes.
While he's
with the
reading
faces moving.
Oh my God. And like, I couldn't help it.
It was really good.
It was good, but we also were sitting there just like, baby, it's a lamp.
Yeah.
Honey, it is a lamp.
Like, Cindy, it's a lamp. But you
wouldn't be scared at IKEA,
You would be scared at IKEA, would you? You're like, no.
No, probably not. Just turn it off.
I mean, as an 8-year-old, I'd be like,
it was
spooky. Well, have you seen that one episode of Family Guy where they parody Stephen King?
No.
And they're talking shit about him, and they're like, "Okay, Stephen, it's time to push out your next book. Like, what are your ideas?" He's like, "Well, there's these people in this town and they're haunted by," and he just sees a lamp on the guy's desk. He's like, "A spooky lamp." Ooh. Because they're like, the whole parody of that.
The spooky lamp.
Yes. The whole parody of that episode was like, oh, Stephen King's out of ideas. So he's just like making like bullshit up. But that's the second that happened. Like, yes, it was like a great moment in the show, but I was also like, there's a spooky lamp.
It's a spooky lamp.
A spooky lamp.
I mean, the most messed up part is that it's his fucking friend's face.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, trauma. And
they didn't really do anything with that other kid, though, did they?
No.
The third one, the tall one with the aliens.
Well, I mean, we get to his horror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was really saving his big one for him.
Oh, yes. So they end up trying to figure out, they all have experienced something with the monster and like their friend Mike. So they're like, oh, we need to like, let's start our own investigation. Very, very Nancy Drew Hardy Boy style. And where do you go when you're trying to investigate in the 60s? The library.
And like, that's the thing, like they were getting pretty far with the investigation.
I know. That's it was so good. So they went to the library. The tall alien guy brought his little sister, who is very proud of her cursive writing.
Mm-hmm.
She is the top #1 cursive writer in her class.
She was actually super cute.
Not shut up about it.
Like they were actually really good at establishing this character.
Yeah.
I really cared about her.
She
like,
was funny.
Super cute.
Because she was so funny.
And like, it all brings them back to the movie theater where was the last place he was seen. And it was owned by, I don't know if they're the owners, but they definitely were there.
I feel like they might be the owners.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely, there's a little girl named Ronnie.
Yeah.
She's the daughter of the projectionist.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like the last people to see Mike alive. So, of course, when they're reading this article in the library, they see that it's her. So they're going to go to the movie theater to investigate. And Ronnie had been interviewed by the police numerous times being like, oh, we think you and your dad had something to do with this because 60s.
Yeah.
And
it's Derry, which we all know their history when it comes to racism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, one thing leads to another, and she eventually believes their stories because she too was hearing things in the pipes.
She heard music in the pipes, yeah.
And they track it down to being The Music Man. It's the song from The Music Man where the man's in town warning the parents.
Yep.
So she decides to play that reel of the film after hours for the kids in the theater.
To see, like, if that's the right song.
Bitch,
yeah.
It hits the fan.
And then it goes off. That shit goes off.
They see him in the movie. This is like everything. Like I was gripped from this point on.
The last 5 minutes were amazing. They were just as good, if not better, than the first like 5-10 minutes.
You know what's kind of giving me? Like, it reminded me of that movie Demons in the movie theater. A little bit in that scene. Have you never seen Demons?
No.
Oh my God, we got to watch that one.
Okay.
Horror set in a movie theater. Okay, we're gonna watch it.
I'm like, Gremlins?
I'll show you it, and you'll be forever changed.
Okay.
But yeah.
For good?
Oh, for the better. It's very aesthetic driven. Okay. You'll like it. But they see him in the theater. Like, they see him in the movie.
In the movie. And they're like talking to him through the screen too, right?
But we were discussing, it's like, girl, if this were happening, this is immediately where I get up.
Yeah.
And
I'd
I
be like,
leave this theater.
You're like, you know what? We're gonna.
This is beyond my control. I cannot help you here.
Yeah. You're in the screen. I don't know what you want me to do.
It kind of gives like Angelica Houston and the Witches, where she taps the photo. Like, I got nothing for you.
But yeah, so they see him and they're starting to like talk to him, being like, where are you? We're trying to help you. And then, of course, you come to find out that it's it in the movie like screen trying to fuck with these kids and get them scared. So he's like playing on all their insecurities and their sadness, being like, you did this to me. You can't find me because you weren't there for me. You lied to me.
But we get a call back because he's holding a swaddling rag.
Yes.
Like there's something in his hands like a baby. And they didn't really explain it. The kids don't know what the fuck this is all about. Exactly, like that's the last thing they're paying attention to. And suddenly
the baby starts crying, yeah.
Girl, we get the Return of the Imp.
Which is like 10 times bigger than when it was in that little car.
And it fucks their shit up.
It eats these kids up.
I was like shocked. Like I did not expect this to happen because like we spent so much time with all these kids.
Exactly.
I was like, wait, so he's dead and she's what the fuck, dude?
I know. Well, like they first picked off the little the tall alien one.
Kid, yeah.
That double-headed baby
just
demon
just ate out his insides.
Ate him up. And then the redhead with the curlies
just gets flung out and eaten behind this like chairs. We never actually see him die.
No. And then it cuts to her name is Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie is hiding under the seats with the little girl. And they're like trying to reach for each other, being like, oh, like, I'm going to come get you. I'm going to come get you. They grab each other's hands. And then all of a sudden, Demon Baby lands down and just starts gnawing.
It was fucked up.
It was really fucked up.
Meanwhile,
I loved it.
The girl was trapped in the projection booth.
Right? Ronnie up in the ceiling trying to like not die too, but trying to help her friends.
And like we cut to her finally getting back inside the movie theater with a hammer ready to fuck some shit up.
Exactly.
And she grabs Maddie and they manage to like flee
to get out before, yeah.
Girl, the final shot of this was everything.
I know. Ronnie's like shaking Maddie, being like, what happened? What happened? Where's everybody? And Maddie's like, everybody's gone. And then they cut to Maddie, like slow pan down, still holding on to the little girl's hand. Bloody stump.
You know what I was expecting? I was expecting her hand to be missing.
Oh, like Maddie's hand?
Yeah. Like I thought I would have eaten her hand off because it looks like that would happen.
Yeah.
But okay.
But then it's just like it's a slow pan out of Maddie screaming, and then that's it. That's the episode.
I'm invested.
I think I am too.
I'm fully here for it.
I need to know more.
I'm one of those people though, like I always found the lore behind it and everything to be a lot more interesting.
Then yeah.
Like the history we like got tidbits of always seemed like more fascinating stories than like what we exactly got, especially when they got older.
Exactly. Because I mean, I never finished the book, so I don't know how in depth they actually go into like what it is, where it came from, how long it's been there, what's going on with that.
Let me just say, like the things they summarize in the movies are probably they picked the best bits and left.
Oh, of course,
they left the stuff in the cutting room where it belonged. Again,
it's the lengthy telling of Stephen King. So there's probably at least 3 or 4 chapters describing one thing.
Oh, girl,
about it.
In it, there's certain like passages in there like We really didn't need this. You could have kept
edit.
this to
Where's
yourself.
the edit? Blame it on the edit.
But what do you think so far?
I'm in. I'm really liking it. It's great that the director Andy Muschietti from the chapter 1 and 2 is actually involved in everything, and he directed the first episode. So it's like it's gonna pull so much from what made those 2 movies great.
Yeah,
and it's not like a third party being like, "Oh, this is our interpretation or our continuance off of the movies." It's actually him doing it and all his creative, and I think it's going to tie in really, really well because those movies were really good.
They really were. And like, especially like what I liked about chapter 2 is its opening really sold.
Yeah.
It didn't eat so much later on, but like the opening was a really strong opener where it like pulled from like the source material and like stories that kind of got left behind in the original. Whereas like, I'm hoping we dive a little bit more in like the lore.
Well, I think that's the whole point. Yeah. I think this is more of the point for this series is like, it's going to go back and like explain more of everything.
Like, I hope we get the factory, the egg Easter egg hunt. They talked about a little bit in the movie.
Okay.
Like, I really want to see that explored more.
Oh, that's right. Because that was the headless kid in the tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think they do explain the fire of the club that burns down.
The black place.
Yes, because that was in that time period as well, I think. So
that's one part where like, they mentioned, because like one of the subplots in this is the like airman comes to town and moves with his family. And everyone's like, oh, we can't find a more normal place than Derry. I'm just like, are we talking about the same place?
I know. I was like, oop, the foreshadowing.
They burned down the black nightclub, like that with
everyone still inside. Yes, we're real normal here in Derry.
Okay,
but again, it's another one of those things where it's like with it being in the town, they all get like brain fog, and they're like, "Oh yeah, nothing bad happens here," but it does.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That was one subplot in this that I was not really invested that much in.
I don't think they really spent a lot of time explaining what it was. It was just this guy and his friend get transferred to Derry to do fighter plane stuff.
Yeah, I guess they're going to test out some new...
like the B-12 bombers.
Some shit. It got very straight and very army.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay.
But I guess that's the Stephan King of it all, where there's always some plot in there that doesn't really quite belong. It's like, well, I guess this is here.
Well, we'll throw it in there. Well, I think they also had to establish him as a character and the obvious racism that's going to be in the town. Yeah,
and the fact that he has a family he's moving in. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be interesting to see and develop. I mean, judging from the trailers we've seen, it seems like there's a lot more characters that I'm guessing we're going to have to get very Game of Thrones with it. We're not going to like get too invested in someone too long.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one of those shows where the second you start liking somebody, they're going to die.
Because I liked all the kids we met today. And I was like,
all the kids today were great, except the little girl with the glasses. I didn't like her.
You didn't like her?
She can die.
Oh, she was giving.
No.
She was the first one to tell Maddie about herself. Like, look, bitch, I understand your dad is dead, but we got to stay popular.
She's like... We're trying to be popular.
You are bringing
here.
Me down.
We got to be part of the patty cakes. I'm like, what the fuck is the patty cakes?
Look, it's Maine in the 50s. All right, she's trying to move up.
Social climbing. The social climbing has started. She's like, my glasses. Do you don't like my glasses? Are they too big? Do I look bug-eyed? I'm like, yeah, bitch, you do look bug-eyed.
You do, Esther.
Like, that's your friend. Be nice to your friend. Patty not gonna like you. You got glasses. It's the 50s. If you have glasses, that's wrong.
Oh yeah. But all in all, I'm excited for the next few episodes. Like, this is going to be a fun series.
I agree. I think it's going to be really good to follow and, like, talk about and explore all of the lure.
Now, what's one prediction or one thing you hope happens?
That bitch with glasses gets eaten.
Oh, I'm certain it's going to happen.
I think it will, too. And I'm really excited to watch it.
And, like, they kind of pre-established what was going to happen with everybody. Because, like, the little boy, the tall boy said, oh, I'm next.
Yeah.
And immediately he was killed.
He was killed first.
Yeah. So I feel like something's going to happen with Esther, Four-Eyed Esther, where something is going to happen with her eyes.
Well, it's interesting to see who they're going to pull in now as like the core group of kids. Because I feel like even with the movie, there's always the group of kids that has to like figure it out and fight it because the adults are clueless. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we were only introduced to what, 2 or 3 other kids like in the school? The girl with the glasses, Miss Patty Cakes with the popularity lady.
Yeah.
And then Ronnie, but she escaped. So.
And we haven't gotten a bully yet, which is like a signature of Stephan King. We have to have a bully.
Yeah.
Like a sociopathic, crazy bully. So we'll see what happens.
The trauma has to process somehow. It will show itself, I'm sure.
It will emerge. Yeah, I feel like this is like prime it right now because isn't it like it's at its strongest at a certain point and then it goes to sleep?
Yes. So right when it's I think when it comes out to feed like that year, it's I feel like it's very Jeepers Creepers vibes.
Yeah.
Like when the year it comes out to feed, it gets real crazy and then it just goes away for a while, for the next like 26 years. So it's at the pinnacle of its power.
I am so excited to see a lot of people get killed and eaten up by Bill Skarsgård. She's going to eat.
I'm ready to see him come back and do all sorts of crazy things with his face. With his face and body.
I missed him and his big old teeth.
I know. And that one lazy eye that he can do, that's real talent. He deserved those accolades.
Yes. All right. Well, now where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Will_O.
And I am Jaymes Mansfield, just about everywhere. If you don't know where to find that, how'd you find this? All right. All right, you guys, let us know what you think about this new episode of Welcome to Derry. What do you think is going to happen? Sound off down below. And until next time, remember, this is We're Here. We're Fear. Bye.
Bye.